Today I want to talk to you about Cottage Living, the newest expansion pack for The Sims 4. Of course, this video is brought to you by EA Game Changers. No, I'm not being paid. They just sent me the pack early. But this hoodie is brought to you by lilsimsieshop.com, and that I will be paid for. I have new merch, it's out today. It looks like this. We've got t-shirts, we've got this hoodie, we've got pins. lilsimsieshop.com, I'll link it down below. I'm really excited. This is my first real merch, so I really can't wait for you to see it. And I'm nervous, but I'm really excited about it. So like I said, it's linked if you want to check it out. And with that being said, let's talk about the game. Cottage Living is the 10th expansion pack for The Sims 4. And it's also a pretty long-awaited one. People have been asking for farming in The Sims for a really long time. And for me personally, the idea of a country life farming, living in a little cottage, making jam and pies, that really excites me. I love the idea of this. So it's already right up my alley. Then you put it in the British countryside and you give me a rabbit and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I already love this just from the idea of it. So I was pretty easily sold on this one, I'm gonna be honest. And I think in comparison to some other expansion packs, this one is packed full of gameplay. It might be because I was not super interested in skiing, that I was not super obsessed with the gameplay from Snowy Escape, whereas this stuff more appeals to me, so I'm more biased towards it. There's a new barn and coop, so you can have cows, llamas, and chickens. They've got new garden patches and a ton of new crops. There's a ton of new recipes. There's a storyline to discover in town. There's a new woohoo spot. There's 2 new deaths. I mean, this feels like it has a lot of stuff that I'm gonna end up using very often. And it's not just tied to the new pack. You don't have to live in this world to play with the farming stuff. You don't have to live here to have a chicken. So you can kind of seamlessly tie it into all your other gameplay, and that's what excites me. I'm not really a huge create-a-sim person. I don't often make many sims. I think you all probably know this, but there's pretty decent casts in this pack. And also, masculine frame sims usually get the short end of the stick when it comes to cast items. I think we all know this. But there's actually a pretty decent amount of clothing for both feminine and masculine sims. I was very pleasantly surprised by that. Got a couple new hats, 3 new hairstyles, 2 new beards. We haven't gotten a beard in a long time. Unsurprisingly though, feminine sims have a lot more options. We should not be surprised by this anymore. It's always been like this. But at least I think they did better with getting some more clothes for the men. A couple of these hairs I am obsessed with, like this one, and this with the braid I think is so pretty. We have so many options for tops, and they're all so cute, the sweaters, the little cottagecore kind of cozy vibes. Oh my god. I would wear most of these things, and that's rare. I usually like the clothes they make in The Sims 4, but they're not often things that I think I would personally actually wear. This stuff I think I'd wear. It's just all so cute. Look at this, the cherry dress. Obviously kind of inspired by that strawberry dress that went viral a few months ago. It's got some really pretty swatches too. I mean, look. Also, this, cute. This, beautiful. This, adorable. I want to own this in real life. I mean, there's just some really good stuff here. We also have 4 hats, 3 new earrings. Look at the llama, the sunflowers, the little strawberries. A flower bracelet, tons of shoes. I wasn't expecting this many pairs of shoes. We've got a bunch of options there. They made most of the hairs work for children and toddlers too, so you have lots of hair options for all age groups. We've got some clothes for the kids. There's a bunch of options. I like this sweater a lot, and also this top is really cute. Just 1 pair of pants, but they're pretty nice. Couple full body outfits. Look at the little bumblebee. Kids have some matching boots too. And my favorite item in all of CAS is actually for toddlers. They have a few things. They've got a tank top, a little sweater, but most importantly, this frog backpack. This little shirt has a bunch of different animal backpacks on it. I'm obsessed with this. This is honestly one of the cutest things they have ever made in The Sims 4. I stand by that. I love this. They also have some shorts and some pants and a few full body outfits. So they have pretty decent clothes for the whole family. A couple of these things are kind of pajama-like too, which is fun because we don't have that much stuff for the little ones like this. And of course the hairs work for the toddlers too. There are also 2 new traits. These I was kind of weirded out by. I think the animal enthusiast one makes sense to me. Obviously in a pack so heavily inspired by animals and befriending the bunnies and the foxes and the birds and the chickens and the cows and the llamas, it makes sense to have an animal trait. But there's also lactose intolerant. These Sims get sick if they eat dairy, but feel great if they avoid it for a while. So they added some lactose-free recipes. There's lactose-free yogurt and stuff like that now in the game. I don't really understand why it's a whole trait. We only have 3 trait slots in The Sims 4. So to me, it feels very odd that one of your most defining features, one of your 3 most defining features is that you're lactose intolerant. To me, that almost seems like a preference instead. If there was a diet preference. You could select like vegetarian, lactose intolerant, like, I don't know. Those don't seem like traits to me. And I'm speaking as a vegetarian who is lactose intolerant. So I don't know. It just feels weird that it's like one of your 3 most important features of your personality, but whatever. We also have a new aspiration. It's in the nature category. It's the country caretaker aspiration. And it's kind of like a tutorial for the pack again. It's mostly just things that kind of walk you through, like, oh, go talk to a bunny 3 times, you know, grow a giant crop, like stuff like that. Then you come into the world, Henford-on-Bagley. I am obsessed with this world. I made a video touring the whole thing, so I'll link that down below for you. You can see it's got 3 neighborhoods. There's the smaller town section of Finchwick. There's this old New Henford farming area. Supposedly it used to all be owned by this family, like back in the day, and now it's been like sectioned off and sold to other families. Then there's the Bramblewood up by the waterfall. There's a park, there's a few lots, even a vacation lot. This has like some old ruins and stuff. The world has 2 starter homes, one in town and then one way up at the top in the middle of nowhere, and also an empty lot. It's got 2 community lots. It has the bar and the park, and then a few more houses and stuff. I'm gonna move into this area in town. All of the lots were built by simmers, so they're all good, like really good, which is a big difference compared to older packs. The first one they did this for was Snowy Escape. I'm biased because I was one of the ones who built the lots for that pack, but I think having people like actual simmers build the lots makes them so much better. Like, what a drastic improvement compared to like Strangerville and stuff like that. The lots are just incredible. So the world right off the bat is so much fun to play in. In town, you can buy groceries, you can shop from the garden stall, you can visit the pub. Your Sims can also window shop in these buildings, which I find a bit odd. They kind of just like walk around and look in the windows. You can't actually shop in them, but I guess it's kind of cute for storytelling, although it's kind of a tease that your Sims can like window shop and look at the plates in the window, but not actually buy anything from them. So I found that a little bit weird, but at least you can shop in the garden stalls, you know? So this is the grocery store in game. You can buy your groceries here. They have different things every day. They always have things like milk and flour and sugar, but they'll have different vegetables every day. Sometimes some kind of cool ones like dragon fruit. You might find like a pomegranate or something. You can get meat. The other stall is run by the Crumple Bottoms, and they have like more gardening type goods and sometimes some more random things. So you can find like jam and animal treats, some different kinds of fruits and vegetables, sometimes gnomes. You can get the cross-stitching hoops, but they'll have like special things sometimes. They have a pumpkin treat right now. I found a golden treat here once, and you can use these treats to like change the color of your llama's wool or get like special milks and eggs. So it's kind of fun to find special ones here. You can also buy cross-stitch hoops like from build mode. You can get a little basket of them, but it's kind of fun to be able to buy one from the shop and like, you know, have it. And then you can just start if you want to. You don't need to do anything else. You can just go. And it's kind of cute because like other people in the town will be hanging out in the town square and cross-stitching. Like, look, they're just vibing. They're hanging out. That's Agnes. This is where the festivals take place as well. You can see in the calendar, which is now base game, by the way. Everybody has access to the calendar now. Obviously, if you only have the base game, you'll pretty much only see your Sims' birthdays on it. But you can schedule events this way. Not holidays without seasons, but you can like plan a wedding, you know, from the calendar now. But you'll see they have a festival every weekend. There's a chicken fair, there's a garden fair, a cow fair, and a giant crop fair. And so each weekend they'll show up and you can like, you know, brag about your giant eggplant and show them your pie. Oh, I feel like that sounds like an innuendo. It wasn't supposed to be. This is one of the lots, by the way. It is massive and beautiful. But I want to show you the new woohoo spot. Oh, these Sims actually don't like each other very much. They're married, but they don't get along very well. But you can woohoo in this shed. This is the barn, so you can have a cow or a llama, just one in each of them. This pack isn't supposed to be like mass farming. They don't want you to have like 20 cows. It's supposed to be like smaller family farm type stuff. Like you've got the one family cow or the one family llama. And then they just come and kind of hang out, you know? You can feed them, clean them, vent about your life to them, name them, you know, all that good stuff. They're actually kind of fun. Same goes for the cows and the chickens, obviously, but they're animated really well. You can also get rid of them. You can trade them for animal treats, money, or ingredients and produce, which makes me feel kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. And they can die, but only of old age. I haven't had that happen yet, but one of my chickens is close to death and it makes me feel upset, so I don't really want to talk about it. You can also dress the llamas up, which is really fun. You have to buy clothes from the creature keeper, and then if you're close enough to the animals, this is for llamas, cows, chickens, chickens, even the bunnies and foxes, if you're close enough with them, you can dress them up. You'll find the creature keeper in this neighborhood, the Bramblewood. He lives across this bridge. He has like a fake house. It's kind of weird. It's not actually a house. It's like the shell of a house. And he like hangs around in front of it, or like he'll sit in his garden, he'll walk around. But this guy, you can get quests from him too. Oh, I brought the wrong sim here. Huh. He knows all about animals and stuff, so you can get quests from him, you know, you can... Oh, don't be rude! I clicked rude and... Don't do that. Funny introduction. You can also buy animal clothing. Luckily, we're rich, so you can buy all sorts of things. For llamas, he has this amazing Technicolor neck warmer right now, so I'm going to purchase it. I might actually see if he's got anything else. It seems like he'll have different things on different days as well, because I know I've seen more than these options, so that's kind of fun. I might buy a bow tie for a rabbit. I don't know. And then they go into your inventory and you can give them to an animal when you see one. Oh, speaking of which, there's wild rabbits around. Dress wild rabbit. Oh yeah, come on. Oh my God, it already worked. Look, you're kidding. See? And if you get close enough to the rabbits, you can like give them gifts and stuff. And if you get close enough to them, they'll help you in your garden and they'll give you presents back. Oh, I gave it wool and it didn't like it. I'm sorry, I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? The bunnies can kill you, by the way. There's 2 deaths, death by chicken and death by rabbit. I want to woohoo in the barn first and then I'll show you. Oh my God, look. I love this game. Okay, I know these two don't like each other very much, but... Oh, grow up. You know, forget it. I'll pick a different person to woohoo. This is another one of the Townie couples. They don't have any cows though, so we gotta get some. But of course you can woohoo in the barn. I feel like you just expect that you can and you can. Oh. Oh boy. And look at this. It plays music and like the hearts and the hay coming out of it. Oh my God. Listen to that. Kind of a lot, in a good way. Oh no! Shed shame from below average shed woohooing? You'd think the allure of another sim would be enough, but Derek just couldn't focus. Maybe getting physical in an animal shed just isn't for him? Oh, okay, the other times I've done that, there was like fireworks, and they loved it. Apparently these two did not though. Okay, well. I guess while we're here, it might be a good time to try and get killed by a chicken. So you can be nice to the chickens. You can also be mean to the chickens. I'm gonna choose to be mean to the chickens. I'm gonna be honest, I have not actually seen the chicken death yet. I have had Sims get killed by rabbits twice though. Both times I was trying. I did try to get killed by a chicken for like an hour and it didn't work, so. And they can run far, by the way. Like, look, the chicken just went all the way over here. I think they'll roam the entire lot if you let them. Like, they're completely free roaming chickens. Oh. See, that wasn't very hard to get it to attack me. But you don't always die. Only sometimes you die. Oh, I scared it away. Come here. I want you to attack me. Oh. Yeah, see, you will very easily get attacked by chickens. So there are a bunch of different treats that you can get, right? I'll show you them in debug. Some of them are simple, like increasing your friendship or like giving you an extra egg. Others will like change your llama's wool, give you a different colored egg, give you a flavored milk. The golden treat turns chickens into golden chickens. And the midnight treat turns your chickens into evil chickens. Oh, and he's dazed because he got beat up by a chicken. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I wasn't kidding. Name evil hen. Nugget? Oh, that's dark. If I don't die from this chicken now, I swear. Oh. 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 Oh dear. Well, I did that time. Oh my God. Yeah, so death by chicken. I feel a bit bad about this, I'm not gonna lie. It was nice knowing you. Bye-bye. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll show you the rabbit death in a minute, but first, one of the other things that's cool about this pack is they've added something new called lot challenges. Now, the idea of lot challenges is actually in the base game now, but there are 2 that come with the pack. Off the Grid's obviously base game, and there's a few other pack ones that are gonna be base game as well. They used to be lot traits, but they're things that are more effective as like a lot challenge, you know? Think like not having power or water. The Wild Foxes lot challenge lets wild foxes appear on your lot and they'll torment your chickens, be a nuisance to your garden, you know, classic. The other one is the Simple Living lot challenge. And with this one, you have to actually have the ingredients that you want to cook with. So for example, if you wanted to make eggs and toast, well, you better have eggs and bread in your inventory or in your fridge. And so to do that, they've added grocery shopping. You can buy groceries obviously from the grocer in town, or you can order groceries. You can click on your fridge to do that, or you can do it on your phone. They've added 2 new kinds of deliveries now. So there's like an order a delivery button on your phone now. You can click that. Obviously you can buy pizza still. You can order groceries, and you can order Zoomer's food delivery. And this is like Uber Eats or Postmates or whatever. And so when you click it, you can like buy dinner. You can be like, I want a chicken stir fry and a BLT. And somebody will bring you a chicken stir fry and a BLT, which is so useful. Like being able to order food like that is such a useful feature when you don't want to cook. And it's so realistic, you know, so you can do that now. Of course, I just made breakfast, but at all hours of the night, you can order food delivery and then they'll show up, delivery driver. A lot of times they've got like really nice clothes on, I've noticed too. Like the first one I ever had was wearing a suit, and like she's dressed fancy as well. I don't know why, but then they have like the little bag, you know, then they have the little bag of stuff. They'll bring it in and open it up. It puts the food in your inventory, and then there you go. That's dinner sorted. And then you can like tip them and stuff if you want. Thank you for using Zoomer's food delivery service. If you enjoyed my service, please leave me a nice rating. If you didn't, please keep your mouth shut. You can also order groceries, like I was talking about, and this will have the same stuff that they have in town. So you can get bread, eggs, milk, fruit, you know, stuff like that, whatever you want. Maybe some red meat and some sugar, strawberry. And then obviously if you have the lot challenge, then you have to have the things you need in order to cook with them. So now if I tried to cook something, it'd be like, oops, you can't because you don't have any ingredients because you not bought any groceries yet. And then this is the mayor's son, the local grocer, and he'll bring you your delivery. He's got a little bag, he walks in, he unloads your groceries. He's always very fast. Obviously you could like tip him too if you wanted to. But one of the fun parts about this pack is that there's sort of like some lore. So a bunch of the townies, like the grocer, the mayor, the crumple bottoms, that creature keeper, they all have like errands you can help them run, and it'll give you some options. And it kind of gives you like some insight into their storyline. Like this sim, he wants to leave the village, but he feels bad leaving his mom. So he wants to like talk to you about that. He's like, can you take a photo of a different town for me? And like, he wants you to bake a pie for his mom as a gift. And it's kind of cute, and it kind of gives you an idea of the things you can do in the pack. One of the ones for the creature keeper wants you to go out and like find him mushrooms and stuff. And as you do this, it kind of gives you some like storyline about them, which I love that kind of thing. Give me details, give me lore. And you can have more than one of those going on at once. So if I wanted to, I could get an errand from the creature keeper too. I think you can have up to 3 at once happening. So we could pick like this simple request one. He wants cheese and beef Wellington, and they're not just like one task. Like after you finish these, it'll give you more tasks. They kind of take a while to get through. And you get a small amount of money from them. Not anything dramatic, but you get a little bit of cash for helping out. I'm trying to find a bunny while I'm talking so I can kill my sim, but I'm not seeing any rabbits. So, you know, usually you wouldn't be so mean to a bunny, but we are going to be evil to this bunny. I cheated the relationship all the way down. You won't usually die fast from this. I'm just trying to torment the rabbit so I can show you what happens. Uh-oh. See, that was fast. Okay, didn't die that time, or that time. Oh dear. I believe this is the time. It moved the camera towards him. That's how you know it's gonna be the end. Well, Derek, it was nice knowing you. Oh, the bunny just dug a hole and ran away too. Alas, Derek McMillan incurred the wrath of a vicious killer rabbit, and now death awaits him. What a cruel fate. Yeah. The grocer's like, I probably should leave, huh? Yeah. We also have the new giant crops. So in these new planters, you can plant regular things, like 4 regular seeds in there, or you can plant oversized crops. There's 5 of them. You got eggplant, lettuce, mushroom, pumpkin, and watermelon. They also added a couple new regular crops. There's choco berries, raspberries, and blueberries. There's like new fertilizers and stuff for all of them too. There's a ton of new recipes. They've added lots of new pies that you can make. There's like new fertilizers and stuff for them too. So you can buy like vitality fertilizer or hassle-free fertilizer so that you don't need to water them as often. I don't know how to cheat to grow these, but they grow and you have a chance of getting giant ones. I think you can get like 9, 4, 2, or like 1 really big one, depending on like, I don't know how much fertilizer you used and like luck and stuff. I don't really know how it works, but I've gotten big crops a couple times now. So it does work. I just don't really know how. There are actually a bunch of new recipes. You can see the milk bread and the lactose-free milk bread. There's Yorkshire pudding, beef Wellington, watermelon salad, blueberry pie, eggplant parmesan, raspberry pie, mushroom soup, mysterious mushroom soup, charming mushroom soup, lovely mushroom soup. There's a lot of different mushrooms you can find in the world. Berry scones, fish and chips, chocolate pie, chocolate scones, pumpkin scones, faux meat, cottage pie. Faux meat pie. I mean, blueberry jam crumpets, buttered crumpets, strawberry jam crumpets, pumpkin stew. There are a lot of new recipes that you can make. Omelets even. I love that kind of thing. There's not a new career, but I guess the career is like working from home and running your farm, which your sim won't like go into work to do, but they can do from home. Also, all ages are super involved in this. Like kids can collect the eggs, they can clean the coop, play with the chickens. Kids can even clean and refill the sheds. They can help feed and take care of the animals. The kids can even help out with gardening now. That part's in the base game. Kids can water and weed plants, and as they get a higher mental skill, they can even help plant things. And in the base game, kids can help cook now. So if you have an adult sim start and cook together with, we can have like the whole family, including the kids, make dinner together. And then look, they'll start helping. So the whole family is very involved in the gameplay of this pack. It's not just for adult sims. And I've been so desperately wanting more kids gameplay for so long. Like, I'm so glad to have this. Kids can even cross stitch. Like, the whole family is so heavily involved in everything. Look, how adorable is that? Now, as far as build mode goes, I'm a little bit disappointed, I think. I definitely love the stuff that we've got, and I'm really excited about all of it. I just kind of wish that there was more. I think we've been spoiled by the more recent packs that I've had like really high expectations for build mode, and there's not really as much stuff as I thought there would be. We've got a new kitchen set, which I'm obsessed with. There's a new adorable table and chairs. We've got 2 new fireplaces. There's a new staircase. There's a new brick and stone wallpaper. I love the new flooring. There's a cute rug. There's 1 couch, 1 chair. There's some nice like decorative things. Like there's some pretty good kitchen clutter. I don't know if you can see like the shelves and like the little pots and stuff. There's picnic baskets that you can pack with food and bring to have a picnic somewhere. There's some really nice little decorative things. There's a couple cute wall lights, but like all in all, there's really not that much stuff in build mode. And I found it really difficult to mix and match all the patterns. Like we have these 2 adorable new wallpapers and we have this new rug, but I've had a hard time like combining those things because the rug is so patterned and the wallpapers are so patterned. I've just struggled with trying to make it look good together. What I will give them is that the debug landscaping is probably the best we have ever gotten from a pack. There's no landscaping actually in the game. They do have a couple of these like ivies you can put on the wall, which I love, don't get me wrong. This is some pretty good stuff and I'm gonna use it all the time. But there's even more in debug that you have to access through a cheat. So that's bb.show hidden objects and then bb.show live edit objects. And then you can get into the good stuff where we have like a million beautiful trees. I mean, just look at these. They are absolutely incredible. And there's a lot of different sizes of them. Like, there's so much stuff in debug this time around. Look at all those trees. There's some really good bushes that we've got access to. There's some extra kinds of the ivy stuff, like there's some corner pieces. My favorite though, the flowers. They've added these amazing rose bushes. They've got this thing. There's some like cute wildflower type patches. There's some like more pond-like landscaping. I don't know. There's all kinds of cool debug stuff. Even like this log, it's so good. There's little mushroom patches that I've been using a bunch of. Like, look at that. Look at this, a spilled wheelbarrow. They also have some of the little gnomes in debug, so that's free. Pro tip for starter homes. Also, look at these bushes. I mean, there's just so much good debug landscaping with the trees and everything combined. You can make some really pretty houses with this stuff. I think I'm really confused as to why these things are hidden behind debug and not like actually in the game. I know the requirements for the landscaping they make to put in the environment, like this stuff, is different from the actual in-game items, and that's why they don't release them to everybody. But they're so good, I just wish that they weren't hidden behind a cheat, because a lot of people are never gonna know they have access to those. And it's kind of annoying to scroll through debug to get to them, so I wish they were more easily accessible. I think overall, I'm actually kind of disappointed with build mode in this pack, which is weird because usually build is like the most exciting part for me, and I do love the new kinds of houses we can make. I think I just was expecting more. But again, I think we've been spoiled, like with the most recent building game pack. Like, I just have really high expectations for build mode now, so I was expecting more items than we actually got. And you know what? There is so much to this pack that I didn't even show you. Like, we didn't even touch the festivals. There's so much depth to the storyline of the characters. Like, I love this pack. This is my dream pack. The world is amazing. The lore involved with the new townies and the backstories is amazing. The gameplay is perfect. I can be a farmer. I mean, I this pack is like my dream pack. I've been so desperately wanting more family gameplay and stuff like that, and I think this pack really delivers on that. So if you're into that kind of thing, I really do think you'll like this one. I'm just so pleasantly surprised. Like, I really, really, really like this pack. Like, I honestly believe it might be one of my new favorite expansion packs. I'm always gonna love Seasons the most, but I don't know. Cottage Living's up there. And you know what? The return of Agnes Crumblebottom really is just the cherry on top. I feel like I have been dreaming of this day for so long. And she's finally home. Careful. Do not flirt with her, though. It will not end well for you. I promise. She'll hit you with her purse. I love this game so much. I'm telling you, this pack is the best pack of all time. Hands down, 100%, crumple-bottomed. The best pack of all time. I have made a lot of videos on this pack. This is the 20th one I'm recording. I've had it for a week and I have had a lot of fun while I had it. So get ready, I've got a lot of content coming your way. And before you ask, this version of the game I've been playing is a fake version of the game. They've basically added a second version of The Sims 4 into my library, and this version only has the base game and Cottage Living. I can't access the gallery or my library, and it has this watermark floating on the screen. I didn't put that there. I promise I'm not like being weird like that. It's literally on the game. So you'll see that in my next few videos, obviously, but don't worry. There will be plenty of videos with this pack. Beware of Agnes Crumplebottom and the rabbits and the chickens. And on that note, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Also, check out the link in my description box to see the new merch. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm sorry, I need to calm down. There's just a lot happening this week and it's all really big.